Welcome to this very special occasion, the commencement ceremony for the Wisconsin National Guard Challenge Academy Class 35.
Today we will recognize cadets from each platoon and also those from the entire Corps of Cadets who have demonstrated the highest performance and achievement for Challenge Academy Class 35. Our first set of award winners recognizes cadets who are best overall in their individual platoons. These cadets have demonstrated excellence in all areas of the Challenge Academy's 8 core components, and more importantly, had the courage and self-discipline to develop the habit of making the hard right choices over the easier wrong choices. The commander of the 32nd Infantry Brigade Combat Team, Colonel Rand, will join us on stage to present these platoon awards. The honor graduate for Company A, 1st Platoon, is Cadet Connor Bruns. The honor graduate for Company A, the honor graduate for Company A's 2nd Platoon is Cadet Mitchell Ellis. The honor graduate for Company B at 1st Platoon is Cadet Mason Hoovelman. The honor graduate for Company B, 2nd Platoon, is Cadet Kelsey Nichols. Thank you, Paul. Our next set of awards are for those cadets who have excelled among the entire Corps of Cadets. Brigadier General Eben will join us on stage to present these awards. Our first Corps of Cadet Award recognizes the cadet who has demonstrated the most improvement. The recipient of this award best demonstrates an unwavering spirit of determination, allowing the cadet to overcome life's natural and everyday difficulties. The Most Improved Cadet Award winner will receive an award shadow box and a framed print entitled The Power of Attitude, which reads, "Our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but how we react to what happens. Not by what life brings to us, but the attitude we bring to life. A positive attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst, a spark that creates extraordinary results." The Most Improved Cadet for Challenge Academy Class 35 is Cadet Iana Avila. The development of strong character is central to our effort at the Challenge Academy. Merely knowing what is morally and ethically correct is not enough. We must also have the strength of character to act upon what we know to be right. It is our character, after all, which allows each of us to lead successful, responsible lives and to establish positive relationships with our friends, with our families, and with our communities. The recipient of the Character Development Award is the cadet who most embodies this life truth. The Character Development Honor Graduate will receive an award shadow box and a framed print entitled The Essence of Character, which reads, "Your true character is revealed by the clarity of your convictions, the choices you make, and the promises you keep. Hold strongly to your principles and refuse to follow the currents of convenience, for what you say and do defines who you are, and who you are forever." The Character Development Honor Graduate for Challenge Academy Class 35 is Cadet Tristan Oppert. Our next award recognizes the Military Honor Graduate. To receive this award, the recipient must have demonstrated a strong understanding and application of personal discipline, excellence in leadership positions, displayed the ability to be a loyal follower, and excelled in all 8 core components of the Challenge Academy curriculum. The Military Honor Graduate will receive an award shadow box and a framed print entitled The Essence of Leadership, which reads, "A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. In the end, leaders are much like eagles. They don't flock. You find them one at a time." The Military Honor Graduate for Challenge Academy Class 35 is Cadet Jamar Harris. The Academic Honor Graduate is our next Corps of Cadet award. The cadet is selected for their high grade point average, excellence in homework assignments, an attitude of perseverance in the classroom, and excellence in all 8 core components of the Challenge Academy curriculum. The Academic Honor Graduate will receive an award shadow box and a framed print entitled The Sky's the Limit, which reads, "Everyone has potential. It is an infinite resource that cannot be exhausted, but can be lost in the clouds of fear and complacency. It may take courage to embrace the possibilities of your own potential. But once you've flown past the summit of your fears, nothing will seem impossible." The Academic Honor Graduate for Challenge Academy Class 35 is Cadet Drew Herlash. Our final award is the highest recognition that a cadet can receive from the Challenge Academy, which is to be designated the Distinguished Honor Graduate. The recipient of this award must have excelled in each of the Challenge Academy's 8 core components, consistently offered their assistance to other cadets, maintained excellent academic standing throughout the program, and displayed a superior knowledge and application of the Challenge Academy core values of honor, integrity, courage, commitment, and discipline. The Distinguished Honor Graduate received an award shadow box and a framed print entitled Believe and Succeed, which includes a quote from Winston Churchill. It reads, "Courage is rightly esteemed the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees all others." The Distinguished Honor Graduate for Challenge Academy Class 36 is Cadet Troy Gardepee. One of the key aspects of the Challenge Academy is the vital role that each cadet's mentor plays in the overall success of our program. It is the mentor who provides the guidance, the advice, and the assistance to the cadet during the post-residential phase. It is the mentor who provides the steady hand that can help lead to each cadet's success. In order to recognize the pivotal role each mentor plays, we have selected a mentor for special recognition today. Our recipient has completed all the administrative requirements of the program, but more importantly, he stood by his cadet through the good times and the challenging times. In recognition of this mentor's outstanding service, General Dunbar, the Adjutant General for the state of Wisconsin, has awarded him the Department of Military Affairs Commendation Medal and will present it today. The award reads, Mr. Jeffrey Skemp is commended for outstanding service to the Wisconsin National Guard while serving as a volunteer mentor for Cadet Bernard Anyaku, a graduate of Challenge Academy, Class 33. Jeffrey's dedication, commitment, and tremendous support offered to assist the cadet in overcoming obstacles during the post-residential phase epitomize the role of a mentor. He has provided an unwavering level of support to his cadet and is recognized for his extraordinary efforts in aiding his cadet's success in his post-residential goals. Due to a last-minute dilemma, Jeff was unable to attend today's ceremony, and he has asked that Cadet Anyaku's counselor, Jason Rabitsky, accept the award on his behalf. Jason? The Challenge Academy has been fortunate enough to receive a scholarship for one of today's graduates. It is entitled the Air Force Family Scholarship and is endowed by Lieutenant Colonel retired Bud Miller and his wife, Jan. The recipient of the Air Force Family Scholarship is a cadet who has been a prime example of determination and commitment. Her long-term goal is to earn her bachelor's degree in political science. The selectee has excelled in leadership positions for Challenge Academy Class 35, passing in squad leader, platoon sergeant, and first sergeant leadership roles. The recipient of the Air Force Family Scholarship is Cadet Kelsey Nichols. We now turn to recognizing 4 Class 33 cadets who have completed their 12-month post-residential phase of the Challenge Academy. These cadets are setting the example for our current graduates by following through on their post-residential goals. The post-residential award recipients will each receive a monetary award to honor their courage to continue to make the hard, right choices in their life's journey. Class 33 post-residential award recipients, please join us on stage as your name is called. From Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, graduate Andrew Fila. From Watertown, Wisconsin, graduate Jeremy Harris. From Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, graduate Zachary Leduc. And from Janesville, Wisconsin, graduate Andrew Gee, whose award is being accepted by his counselor, Counselor Batista. Director Greenwood will now introduce our keynote speaker. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly a pleasure and an honor to introduce the keynote speaker for today's commencement. There aren't many places you can go in this world today where the words Harley-Davidson don't draw immediate attention. When people talk about the great state of Wisconsin, it doesn't take long for the conversation to quickly turn to stories about Harley-Davidson and motorcycles.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a distinct privilege for me to have the opportunity to introduce the President and Chief Operating Officer for Harley-Davidson, Mr. Matt Levatich. Mr. Levatich joined Harley-Davidson in 1994 and has held positions of increasing responsibility in the U.S. and Europe, including President and Chief Operating Officer of Harley-Davidson Motor Company, Vice President and General Manager of the Motor Company's Parts and Accessories business, Vice President of Materials Management, and President and Managing Director of MV Augusta. Prior to joining Harley-Davidson, Mr. Levatich held positions in engineering and in manufacturing management with FMC Corporation and Albany International Corporation. He holds an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. He received his graduate degree in engineering management and MBA in marketing, finance, and organizational behavior from Northwestern University. In addition to serving on the board of directors of Harley-Davidson Incorporated, Mr. Levatich serves on the board of directors for Emerson, a global manufacturing and technology company based in St. Louis, and on the executive advisory board of Northwestern's Master of Management and Manufacturing program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct privilege to introduce Mr. Matt Levatich.
Day. Fantastic day, and I welcome you all, particularly you all right here in front of me. My remarks this morning are really addressed to you. As I heard a lot of the comments behind the awards that many of you were given this morning, and as I visited Fort McCoy just a few weeks ago and learned more about the program and seeing what you do there every day, a lot of what I'm going to say today, in my mind, connects really well to what you've been through and about your path ahead. But it also applies to everyone in the audience, your parents, your guardians, your friends, your mentors. So this is for you. For me, it connects with what I think about every day as an individual leader. It connects with what I talk to our employees at Harley-Davidson every opportunity that I get. And it connects, I believe, very strongly with what you all go through and your path ahead. So it's my honor to be here, truly, before you today, because in my mind, and I know in your minds, this is something to be very proud of. It's a proud moment. I'm proud of you for what you've achieved, but I'm immensely more proud of the choice you made to do it and all the choices that you made along the way to stick with it. I'm sure there were times where this wasn't easy. We all know life isn't easy. Life is full of difficult choices. The better we do with those choices, those decisions, the better off each of us will be, and the better off we'll all be. In my view, in its simplest form, life is the choices we make. Do this or do that. Every minute of every day we choose. Get up or rest some more. Say good morning or remain silent. Hold the door for someone or let them get it themselves. Try hard or slack off. Do the right things or cut corners. Yogi Berra, the famous baseball player and manager, had a lot of great sayings. And he once said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. He had a lot of sayings like this that are funny and don't really seem like very useful advice. But there's something in this quote, to me, that I find incredibly true and incredibly useful. And it's this: every minute of every day you're encountering forks in your road. Opportunities to go one way or go another. The simple, numerous daily choices. They're right there, hundreds of them, flying by each day. My challenge to you is this: do you have your head up and your eyes open to see the forks in the road? All choices you have the opportunity to make. Or is your head down, thinking the path you're on is the only path there is? I said I'm proud to be here with you today because I already know the kind of people you are. I know you're the kind of people that already see these forks in the road. You raised your hands over 6 months ago and said, this is my life, and I'm going to make smart choices, pick a different path. You said, I'm going to do all the tough things I need to do to make this change because I'm in control of my life. And you went to Fort McCoy, and you're here today, having earned this moment for yourselves. Well done. I'm waiting for you guys to get emotional. I guess that happens at the end of the program. They've got you well controlled here. Honestly, this is all I need to see to know that you're fighters and you're leaders. First and foremost, you're leaders of yourselves. There's nothing more important than being a leader of your own self, because life starts with each of us, each and every day, with how we choose to live each and every day. The most important choice we make each day is how we want to be today. The best of us wake up believing, knowing that today will be better than yesterday. And we dedicate ourselves to figuring out how we will do our part to make it so. And mostly, it's the little choices we make throughout the day that take us there. At the Challenge Academy, you were rocked out of your rack each and every day at Old Guard 30 and were on task immediately. This was not your choice. But I hope you came to see its power to begin each day with purpose. As you leave here, and as you face each day and its many choices, remember this place, remember this time, remember these people, and what you learned about yourself. First and foremost, remember your choice to come here. That took courage. That took wisdom. Remember the discipline that you learned here. It was imposed on you at first, but I'm pretty sure you all appreciate now what it means to you going forward. Be active in life. Live your life by being alert to the choices you face and the decisions you make. Wake up each day and choose to make a difference. The forks in the road are there. This is your road. It's your life. The choices are all there, and they are yours to make, not someone else's to make for you. I'm proud of you all, truly, and I know you'll do well. Congratulations.
Mr. Levitich will now present the commencement certificates to Challenge Academy Class 35. We do ask that you hold all applause, comments, hoops, hollers, and I love you babies until the end of the certificates are read. In all seriousness, we do ask parents that you lead by example with this, and please follow this request. Cadet Fayez Al-Badawi. Cadet Hunter Anderson. Go. Cadet Jackson Allen. Cadet Paul Anderson. Cadet Tyler Anderson. Cadet Diego Armendariz. Cadet Iana Avila. Cadet Trenton Bardecki. Cadet Tyler Bartelt. Cadet Ethan Beecham. Cadet Sajay Blatz. Cadet Jordan Brandel. Cadet Jace Brooks. Cadet Eli Brown. Cadet Connor Bruns. Cadet Sharifian Buckner. Cadet Tyler Bullpen. Cadet Joshua Byrne. Cadet Gage Campion. Cadet Curtis Cannon. Cadet Mark Correa. Cadet Mason DeBalek. Cadet Garrett Dietz. Cadet Gerardo Delao. Cadet Brendan DeVries. Cadet Anthony Doughton. Cadet Stephanie Dutton. Cadet Devin Dykes. Cadet Mitchell Ellis. Cadet Alexis Fanke. Cadet Liana Fisher. Cadet Antonio Fleece. Cadet Benjamin Friedauer. Cadet Kevin Gadea. Cadet Troy Gardapi. Cadet Shane Garrity. Cadet Paul Giesler. Cadet Nolan Goldberger. Joshua Gorn. Cadet Zachary Hundle. Cadet Jamar Harris. Cadet Trayvon Haynes. Cadet Drew Herlash. Cadet Mason Fuvelman. Cadet Austin Inzie. Cadet Sarah Hubner. Cadet Alexi Huffnagel. Cadet Jordan Hughes. Cadet Kayshawn Jackson. Cadet Manuel Jimenez. Cadet Ryan Karpinski. Cadet Cord Keene. Cadet Nicole Cook. Cadet Andrea Corti. Cadet Brock Kuhn. Cadet Lexus Lambert. Cadet Janessa Lehman. Cadet Julius Lincoln. Cadet Harvey Littler. Cadet Brandon McKellar. Cadet Elizabeth Martinez. Cadet Presley Molson. Cadet Curtis McDonald. Cadet Gabrielle McLaren. Cadet Tycia McNerlin. Cadet John Myler. Cadet John Mendoza Jr. Cadet Caitlin Meyer. Cadet Kyle Mahalik. Cadet Alexandria Moore. Cadet Kelsey Nichols. Cadet Tristan Opper. Cadet Taylor Peterson. Cadet Adrian Phillips. Cadet Zachary Pike. Cadet Anthony Pinchard. Cadet Shauna Pomeroy. Cadet Andrew Price. Cadet Austin Renhack. Cadet Ryan Workbeck. Cadet Colton Sanders. Cadet Sarah Schimmel. Cadet Joshua Shu. Cadet Joshua Scott. Cadet James Seeley. Cadet Trevor Sell. Cadet Jesse Stevenson. Cadet Ashani Stevens. Cadet Stone Stevens. Cadet Haley Tanton. Cadet Maria Torres Bolaños. Cadet Latrell Turner. Cadet Zachary Van Loo. Cadet Alexis Villapando. Cadet Kyle Velasic. Cadet Jonathan Walker. Cadet Carl Wirtz. Cadet Alexis Wolf. Cadet Corey Yauk. Cadet Ateneo Zapata. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Challenge Academy Class 35. Cadet Gardapi, our distinguished honor graduate, will now offer his parting remarks on behalf of Challenge Academy Class 35. Cadet Gardapi.
Good afternoon and welcome. It is my privilege to be here today to address the graduates of Class 35. This is a problem for all of us, families, friends, and mentors alike. Over the last 5.5 months, we've come to realize how important all of you are in our lives and our futures. So it is amazing that we can share this together. I would like to thank Major General Dunbar, an advocate for the Challenge Academy since its beginning, and someone who made our second chance possible. I would also like to thank the CEO of Harley-Davidson, Mr. Levitich, for his words of advice and also for his support of the Challenge Academy. You have made this memorable day one you will never forget. Thank you. Finally, I would like to thank Director Greenwood and all of his staff for their leadership. Sir, you have literally been there with us on every step of our journey. You believe in us and care about our success. We know that you will continue to make this program stronger year after year. Everyone, please give the director and these amazing people a round of applause. You know, it's really hard to think that it's almost been 6 months since we first met. And now, we're sitting here today. There are so many things I could talk to you about today. We have learned so much over the past few months, from the keys to self-discipline, to the true meaning of honor and integrity, which were little more than words before we came to the Academy. We know the importance of teamwork and service, not to mention the pillars of resilient mind and body. Yet, I choose a value from which all other values are possible, from which all other opportunities arise, and that is courage. Take a moment and think about what that word truly means, and how it makes you feel. We typically think of courage as an action word. We know the courage of our soldiers who protect our country, or the courage of police officers and firefighters who protect our communities. The courage of a single mother who works 2 jobs to provide for her family. Even the courage of someone with a disability trying to improve the quality of his or her life, but who has to endure the looks and comments from those who do not understand their struggles. Or even closer to home, it took courage for us to jump off a 55-foot tower or swing from a cable on a high ropes course, trusting staff and cadets not to let go. Or to get out of bed at 05:15 to run 5 miles. We had the courage to say no to negative influences on Pirat Path, and courage to apologize and ask for forgiveness from someone for the mistakes in our past. We think of courage as an action word, but that action would not be there without that mental or moral strength first. Courage is knowing and accepting what is right, and then following through with your commitments, your goals. Courage is that first step, then being able to stay on that right path. It took courage to come to the Academy, even more to finish. You may have not had this courage in the beginning. Think about your first day here, your first night, your first meal. It was spaghetti. That night was horrible. I can remember lying in my rack the second week of pre-challenge, telling myself tomorrow I would quit because I didn't know what I could achieve. I didn't know my potential. How could I have known? All I was thinking about was leaving and going back home to my family. The next morning, during training, I went into the side room and sat on the bunk. That was it. I was quitting. At the non-compliant tree, Counselor Lee spoke to me, convinced me to stick it out till A-Day. So I did my corrective action, and by the time I returned, 4 other candidates had given up. Because they saw me sit down. They saw me quit. Those cadets are not here with us today. That has stayed with me since the second week of pre-challenge. How much our decisions affect those around us, for good or for bad. Since that day, however, courage grew inside me. And along with the support and motivation of our team leaders and platoons, look where we are today. I can remember Cadet Harris, who would pop his head out of nowhere and tell me to stay. We did things like that for each other. We took care of each other because we were all we had. And there are so many quotes about courage, but one that stays with me is, keep your fears to yourself, share your courage with others. This is exactly what Cadet Haynes showed me by motivating others in our platoon and always keeping us positive, especially in pre-challenge. And everyone has their Cadet Haynes and Harris in their platoon. Like in Bravo 1, Felice keeps his platoon spirits high with his humor, and Cadet Turner makes sure Bravo 1 is on track. In Bravo 2, Cadet Wolf sets the example by always being ready to tackle anything, and Cadet Torres keeps everyone positive with their heart and smiles. In Alpha 1, Cadet Delau pushes everyone to success with his attention to detail, while Cadet Scott is clear on the direction Alpha 1 needs to go. We know what courage looks like at the academy. After graduation, however, you're not always going to have those cadets or staff to lead you in the right direction. This courage needs to come from within you. What are you going to do when someone offers you a drink or a drug? What are you going to do when you're lined up for a job but too scared to make that first step? And when times get tough, what are you going to do? You need to have that courage to say no to that drink or drug. You need to have that courage to face the truth that you do need a job and you need to take that first step. And when you're stuck and don't know what to do and don't know where to go, always keep in your mind to do the right thing. Because when you're in that situation, it's really easy to slip back into the wrong thing. You have to have the courage to say no, but you have to have the courage to say yes to a successful future. These are the magic keys to living a life. I would like to leave you today with some words of inspiration from the author, Bob Proctor. Relative to the whole scheme of things, your lifespan could be compared to lighting a candle and immediately blowing it out. In other words, life is short, very short. Missing out on the joys life has to offer is a tragedy. If your life is being controlled by your fears, you are most certainly cheating yourself. Courage is the mental muscle that conquers fear. And like all muscles, the more you use them, the stronger they become. Courage is not something you're born with. It must be developed. Individuals who fail to develop courage remain confined in mental prisons and face each day as mental lightweights. It has been said, if you face the thing you fear, fear leaves you. For years, I believed courageous individuals had no fear. I was wrong. A Medal of Honor recipient put it very well when he said, "There is no courage without fear." We all have fear. However, not everyone is controlled by their fear. There's very likely something you wanted to do for years, like finish high school, apply for a good job, go to college, or enlist in the military. Whatever it is, you should do it. Remember, life is not a practice run. This is it. A little courage leads to more. And observe those poor souls who are without courage. They merely tiptoe through life, hoping to make it safely to death. You and I were never meant to live that way. Learn to live the way you like by no longer living as you dislike. Forge into the remainder of your day with an abundance of courage. That's living. With that, cadets, when you get to that point where you have to look back on your life, remember, every time you thought you're being rejected from something good, you were actually being redirected to something better. Without us as a Corps realizing that, we all would have quit. So, please don't just applaud me, applaud them. Cadet Corps, on your feet. Take a seat. Again, thank you. It's been an honor, and have a wonderful holiday.
The quality of any organization is determined by the quality of its people. The Challenge Academy is no exception. We are honored to have an incredibly dedicated staff. Despite the fact that each element of the staff plays an important role, the team leaders clearly spend the most time with the cadets, and are the first and primary role models for our cadets. Each cycle, the Challenge Academy cadre staff vote among themselves to determine which team leader most exemplifies leadership by example in the coaching and mentoring of our cadets. The Challenge Academy Class 35 team leader of the cycle is Cadet Randy Leffring. Cadet Leffring, please come forward. Director Greenwood will now offer his closing remarks for Challenge Academy Class 35.
This is probably the most difficult part for me because I know I'm the last speaker, and I'm the one keeping you from your cadets. So I will try to make it brief. Before I get started, I would like to again thank Mr. Levatich for gracing us with his presence and sharing his wisdom with us today. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Cadet Gardapi, for your remarks and congratulations on your achievements. Congratulations to all of the cadets who received awards today. I'm proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm certain that you would agree that today is all about these 100 cadets sitting here before us. Cadets of Class 35, today's your day. Cadet Gardapi mentioned that none of us can make change in our lives without the support of others. It's that proverbial village that people often refer to. Cadets, I'd like to take just a moment out of your day to recognize some individuals and groups from your village. Major General Dunbar, on behalf of the Corps of Cadets and the Academy staff, I'd like to thank you and Mr. Hinman and the state civilian leadership and military leadership for your continued support of the Challenge Academy. Principal Jim Dillon and the staff of the Mauston High School, you deserve a big thank you for again offering your school to host our event. We sincerely appreciate your support and your hospitality. Colonel Knott, Command Sergeant Major Dunstan, and the staff at Fort McCoy, we could not complete our mission without the support that you provide the Challenge Academy. As tenants of your great installation, we could not ask for better support than we get from you. Thank you. We honored one special mentor today, but I'd also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the mentors, past and present. You truly are a critical link to your cadet success. We now pass on our graduates to you so you can continue to help them shape their lives and become the successful, responsible citizens that they want to become. Thank you, mentors, for your untiring support. To all of our elected officials and their representatives in attendance today, thank you for your support and taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. Thank you. To the families and the friends of these outstanding cadets, thank you for sharing your sons and daughters with us for the past 5.5 months. You are the other extremely critical link to the success of your cadet as they move forward with their lives and accomplish their goals. We appreciate the opportunity that you gave to us to get to know them. Dr. Steve Baraboli once said, "You express the truth of your character, your dedication to your goals, and your commitment to your relationships with the choices of your actions." I firmly believe that the staff here at the Challenge Academy epitomizes this quote. The Wisconsin Challenge Academy staff, through their actions, day in and day out, demonstrate their character and their deep commitment, spirit, determination, and passion in dedicating their lives to ensuring our youth have the opportunities to succeed. I am truly amazed and inspired every day what these men and women do to help our youth. With the Challenge Academy staff, present and past, please stand and give us a wave so that we can recognize you. Thank you, staff, for everything that you do. You are truly life changers. Cadets, this is your village. Whenever life throws you a curve, and it will, I guarantee it, and you have that thought of giving up on yourself or giving in to those old habits that you've left behind, remember your village. It's always there. Then reach into your pocket, grab out that challenge coin, give it a squeeze, and remember your strength of character. Focus on your goals, and then drive on. I once read the only thing standing between you and your goals is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. I'm certain if we all think about it, we could all come up with a personal account of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing class of graduating cadets today, 100 young men and women who chose the academy and chose to take the challenge. They spent 5.5 months reinforcing their belief that they can achieve success. They've developed goals, aspirations, dreams, and ambitions. I have a favor to ask of all of the adults here today, myself included. Please do not be the negative influence in their lives, that naysayer, that destroyer of dreams, or that person that throws out excuses as to why it can't be done. Be the opposite. Be that positive, uplifting, and supportive person. That person that says, go for it. You can do it. We all need to be the right example for these young men and women. Just as we tell them to choose the harder right over the easier wrong, so must we. We must be that example these cadets want to follow, emulate, and be proud of. They've earned it. Class 35, with Class 35, the Wisconsin National Guard Challenge Academy marks another milestone in its history with the graduation of 3,199 cadets since 1998. These cadets have accomplished so much during their time here. I'm just going to give you a quick sample. There were 269 A's as final end of course grades. 48% of the cadets have earned their GED or their HSED. We also have numerous cadets receiving their high school diploma from their school district. Cadets, you accomplished this. It's yours. You spent more than 23,100 hours in school and marching nearly 15,000 miles collectively to and from school to accomplish this. 70 cadets earned their Presidential Youth Fitness Award. Collectively, this is my favorite, the Corps lost 906 pounds. And one cadet broke the Challenge Academy weight loss record. Cadet Al-Badawi, please stand up. Cadet Al-Badawi lost 90 pounds while he was here. Nice job, Cadet Al-Badawi. You can sit down now. After you pull your pants up, right? Other cadets were not too far behind him. The class performed 7,538 hours of community service. That equates to about 75 hours per cadet. That's amazing. 80 cadets were Pelled for the first time. 27 read a book from cover to cover for the first time. And 57 folded the United States flag for the first time. Last week, the Corps of Cadets and staff gave 88 pints of blood, and since each pint potentially saves 3 people, our cadets and staff potentially saved as many as 264 lives. That's being a responsible citizen. Speaking of spaghetti, cadets consumed more than 49,713 meals while they were here, and a whole bunch of shrimp and prime rib and pie on Thursday during the pre-commencement. We spoiled them that day, but they earned it. As of today, we have 3 cadets who have enlisted or are actively working their enlistment process into the armed forces. Several others have expressed interest in joining after they complete high school. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, Cadet Gardapi spoke of courage, and our MC, Mr. Blum, spoke of character during the Character Award presentation. But I feel I'd be remiss if I didn't close with just one more thought for these cadets. This academy is about character, because life is about character. How many times have we all heard life is about choices? That's true. We make choices throughout our entire lives. Big ones and little ones, important ones and not so important ones. But my point is, we make countless choices each day, and it's the culmination of those choices that lead us to our accomplishments in our lives. The guiding principle in making more right choices and less wrong choices is our strength of character. Just like Cadet Gardapi defined courage, character is defined as having the integrity to do what's right in spite of personal sacrifice. Think about that. It's not about us. It's about what's right in that moment, without regard for the benefit to us personally. Discipline, honor, integrity, values, humility, courage, and commitment build our personal strength of character. It guides our thoughts, our actions, and ultimately our choices. And then it's those choices that determine our outcomes in life. Cadets, be proud of what you've accomplished. But always remember, your character can be fragile, and it will always be challenged by what's out there in that world that we live in. Maintaining your strength of character is a lifelong process, not just the 5.5 months of the Challenge Academy. You came here to make changes you made. You've shown that you have the courage to change. I know I speak for everyone when I say we could not be more proud of you. Congratulations, Class 35, and thank you for letting us be a part of your lives. Job well done.
Before the order is given to dismiss the Corps of Cadets, I would like to remind cadets and parents that you must conduct final out processing before you depart for home. They'll occur right behind me. I would also like that we pause for a moment and recognize the 132nd Army Band who provided us with today's stirring music. And lastly, we would like to publicly thank again the Mauston School District for their wonderful support for today's event. Thank you. The dismissal of Class 35 Corps of Cadets marks the conclusion of this commencement ceremony. Team Leader Leffering, dismiss the Corps of Cadets into a future of their choosing.
Cadet Corps, on your feet!